your holiday rain threat when News Channel 5 at 11 starts in 60 seconds.
News Channel 5 on your side starts now.
All right, we have a live look at downtown Cleveland. There is a terminal tower there. And you have red, white, and blue getting ready to celebrate the Labor Day weekend. All right, good evening, everyone. I'm Michael Baldwin. Tracy is off tonight. This is what it looked like in Cleveland earlier today as heavy rains put a damper on some of the holiday weekend festivities, at least for a time. So what can we expect for our Labor Day? Meteorologist Jason Nicholas has been tracking what's left of Isaac all night. What's it look like, Jason?
Well, Michael, Isaac is still, or at least what's left of Isaac, we're calling it Tropical Rainstorm Isaac, really getting a lot of wet weather right now, giving it to southern Ohio. Take a look right now at the Power 5 live Doppler network radar. You can see it moving through southwest Ohio, Cincinnati as you move down into Kentucky. Now slowly that is rotating a little bit norther, but for the most part, it is still pretty far away. I don't think we're going to see much in the way of wet weather, at least over the next few hours. We may start to see a shower break out through the overnight, and then during the morning commute, well, it's a holiday, so not a huge commute tomorrow, but during your morning hours on your Monday, you can see showers as close as Columbus and that massive wet weather slowly drifting north and a little bit eastward. But until that low moves through, until the remnants move through, where you cannot remove the chances of rain. Upper 60s right now to near 70. Quick peek at your forecast for tomorrow. High temperatures, low to mid 80s with isolated rain chances. We'll break down what part of the day tomorrow, I should say, looks better than the other. All that coming up. Michael.
All right, thanks, Jason. Be sure to download our Storm Shield app before you head out to your holiday activities tomorrow. It lets you track the weather whether you are at home or on the road, and you can customize weather alerts to pinpoint exact locations. You can find it in the iTunes store. Whether it's tailgating with football fans or talking to auto workers, the men hoping to win the White House and their running mates have been all over Ohio the last few days, and it's not going to stop. President Obama is speaking at a high school in Toledo tomorrow, and Republican vice presidential nominee Paul Ryan will hold a rally at the Rec Center in Westlake on Tuesday. They're hoping to win Ohio's 18 electoral votes and yours. But is it working, or are you sick of it? The band was playing, and it was a carnival-like atmosphere. At the 98th Annual Festival of St. Rocco, lots of people were on hand to see the sights and sounds. But the question is, do these folks like the sound of this? The constant barrage of presidential candidates coming through Ohio, trying to win your vote. It's kind of like a festival.
Without the peanuts.
Do we really need to see these guys parade through here time and time again just to win our vote?
Oh, I think it's fantastic that they come and that the people get to talk to them.
I think it's a good thing, definitely. You know, it highlights the city, shows how important Ohio is.
I think it costs the taxpayers a lot of money to get them here, and it clogs up traffic.
Some feel the candidates only highlight better days gone by.
This used to be full of people, but now it's not.
Even though some feel we're on a merry-go-round, it's a necessary evil.
But there is a lot of issues that need to be covered, and we do need to hear both sides so we can pick correctly.
So which way the ball will drop will be up to you. And what we seem to have found here is a lot of folks that don't mind the candidates coming to town because many of them have already made up their mind.
It won't sway my vote.
Well, I already know who I'm voting for.
I think Obama's trying, but I don't think either one really got it down. I think they're all kind of passing the buck around.
Now, President Barack Obama was supposed to come to Cleveland tomorrow, but canceled the trip. Instead, when he leaves Toledo, he will be heading to Louisiana to survey the damage and cleanup efforts after Hurricane Isaac. There are still over 250,000 people there without power. News Channel 5 will, of course, have complete coverage of the president's visit to Toledo tomorrow and Paul Ryan's stop at the Westlake Rec Center on Tuesday, on air, online, and your mobile device. Protesters have already arrived in Charlotte, North Carolina, days ahead of the Democratic National Convention. Nearly 800 demonstrators took part in the march on Wall Street South. The rally was mainly against corporate greed, but it drew in people taking on a number of other issues like health care, college loans, and immigration. News Channel 5 will also be in Charlotte for the Democratic National Convention this week. Chris Flanagan will be there, bringing you complete coverage both on air, online, and at newsnet5.com. You can also follow him on Twitter at Flanagan Woos.
His son come later on, and he come there, and he bowed down on the grass, started crying.
The life of their father after police say 44-year-old Buddy Blair died trying to stop his vehicle from being stolen. Police say the victim jumped onto his vehicle holding on to a sports roof rack when he saw the suspect driving his Subaru Forester down West 98th Street early this morning. But police say the suspect attempted to flee and crashed into two trees and a pole. The victim was pinned between the pole and the car and died on the scene. Neighbors say they hope this is a lesson to all that property can be replaced.
Described a terrible accident. It's something you hate to see, you know, you don't want to see.
Police charged 4 in the fatal crash. Officers say a number of bats and razor knives were taken as evidence. New at 11 tonight, a 24-year-old from Eastlake is in trouble tonight after police say he did this. Willoughby police say that he got numerous calls last night about a red pickup truck driving recklessly on State Route 84 in the parking lot of the senior center, even doing donuts on the baseball field. Officers found the fences were damaged. Police eventually caught up with the truck, and Ryan Christoph was taken into custody. Officers say he was combative. He's being held without bond until his arraignment on Tuesday. Authorities in Ross County are still investigating after an Elyria man was found dead at his campsite at the Ross County Fairgrounds. Newspaper reports say 39-year-old Stephen Promchowski was found slumped in a chair Saturday morning. A chief investigator at the Ross County Coroner's Office says there were no apparent signs of foul play. It's not yet known if Promchowski was there alone. Cleveland rescue crews and the U.S. Coast Guard pulled a man from the Cuyahoga River near the Nautica Entertainment Complex today. Crews say the man was clinging to a ladder when they found him, and he was responsive but incoherent. He was taken to Metro Health in serious condition. No word on how he ended up in the water. Fire investigators say there was too much damage to determine the cause of that massive barn fire that killed 8 horses in Mansfield yesterday. However, they do believe the fire was accidental, meaning it was not connected to recent suspicious fires in the area. The owner did not have insurance on the horses. Well, the bears are back in Northeast Ohio. Streetsboro police are now sending out their alert after a number of recent sightings there. News Channel 5's Bob Fenner went to the neighborhoods where the bears were spotted and talked to residents about what they saw.
I had no idea the bear was within 7 or 8 feet of me.
Larry Nelson was looking down, slicing peppers from his garden yesterday when a bear walked right by him in his backyard without him even knowing it. His neighbor alerted him about his unexpected guest. By the time Larry got his camera, it was too late. The bear disappeared.
It doesn't surprise me because we have so many animals that comes through this backyard, you know, so groundhogs, skunks, possums.
John Farley of Streetsboro captured this image of a bear crossing I-480 near Frost Road, nearly causing an accident.
I have 2 dachshunds, and I was concerned about my dogs now, well, letting them out.
Gloria Yeager saw a bear cross Page Road and go into her backyard yesterday.
They had, you know, the brown muzzle and brown nose. It was typical big black bear, almost like a cartoon. It was very big.
Parents in the area will now be more cautious about their surroundings.
We're definitely going to be a lot more careful instead of just letting the kids out definitely pay a lot more attention and make sure they're safe.
Larry, however, wishes things could have been different.
I'm sorry I didn't get to see it. I wish he would come back.
In Streetsboro, Bob Fenner, News Channel 5.
Streetsboro police warn residents if they see a bear to please just leave it alone. Our local bears don't seem to be causing as much trouble as one in Florida. This 400-pound black bear has gone into the same home 3 times now. He got into the refrigerator in the open garage a few weeks ago and ate a bunch of frozen meat. But this time,
he came back last night and smashed through my screened Monet here. Drank all the beer, my husband's beer, in the little beer fridge over here.
neighbors think the bear has easy access to their homes by a path cleared out for power lines. Veterinarians are feeding fish drinks to 5 pilot whales in hopes of nursing them back to health after they were found on a beach in South Florida. 22 whales were beached in all at the Avalon Beach State Park on Saturday. The rest died of natural causes or had to be euthanized. A number of groups are now working together to care for the surviving whales at a rehab center. It is not yet clear why the pod of whales wound up stranded on the beach.
Uh-oh, no, no, no!
Oh, he's down!
No! Oh, no!
This is home video of a deadly crash at the Quad City Air Show in Davenport, Iowa. A retired Soviet jet went in for a 45-degree dive and couldn't get out of it, crashing into a field. The pilot was killed. Emergency crews say he didn't have time to eject from the plane. Raising kids keeps getting more expensive, especially if they are student athletes in Ohio. New numbers on the cost of pay to play in the Buckeye State. Folks are always looking for ways to save money and time, and the new wave of mobile mechanic promises to do just that. But there are things you need to know before you fork over the dough. And a popular West Side restaurant officially opens the doors of its new home. We'll take you to the celebration.
Okay, we made it through much of the day rain-free, but with Isaac just hanging off to our south and west, will we stay dry for your Labor Day? Find out in my forecast.